Welcome back to the Daily Venture as I talk about the Blue Beetle, one of the few DC Universe movie undertakings that thankfully survived the Warner Brothers content expulsion. In a discussion, George Lopez named drop a cameo from an A-list DC comic hero. Initially slated for release on HBO Max, was then upgraded to the big screen. Lopez appeared on the Brian Scott podcast. Lopez, who performs Rudy Reyes, the uncle of the principal hero, praised the movie for its looming unveiling of the first Latino superhero, wrought by a Latino producer, scribe, and director. The film will see Cobra Kai's famed actor Colo Maridueña represent the starring part as the Mexican-American teen-turned-superhero Jamie Reyes aka Blue Beetle, and Lopez clarified how the movie could maybe generate the lead actor in a potential 10 more appearances. However, he quickly adjusted his wording when he stated, "I think Batman is in our movie." Of course, the discussion should carry Lopez's statement with a massive seed of salt. Yet, the idea of a DC hero of Batman's iconic level appearing in the film would benefit christening Blue Beetle appropriately for his DCU debut. Moreover, the massive disruption made by parent organization Warner Brothers Discovery has shown a more streamlined movie franchise, notably with Henry Cavill's Black Adam appearance as Superman directing to a full-time return as Superman. The organization could examine to codify the connectivity of its DC heroes directly. But the quick way Lopez interposed the information, he notably limited his statement with a bit hedging "I think." While the numerous recent big-screen iteration, played by star Robert Pattinson in The Batman, lives in another universe, the central universe will shortly encounter two different Dark Knights. It will become apparent when Michael Keaton places on the cape and cowl as Batman 30 years since his starring role in director Tim Burton's movies to create a massive return in the forthcoming DCU film The Flash, which comes next summer. Also, Ben Affleck's version from Batman v Superman, Dawn of Justice and Justice League is predicted to return concurrently in the franchise. Moreover, according to one account, Affleck is anticipated to re-establish himself as the DCU's main Batman in the December 2023 scheduled sequel Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom. Hence, the Batman whom Lopez mentions could be either performer. However, in the case of the Batman appearance demonstrating accuracy, it stays a significant puzzle regarding which performer it will feature. Nevertheless, promising opportunities await the movie. In accord with director Angel Manuel Soto, Blue Beetle has Warner's total approval, a relaxing thing to have in the aftermath of the organization's cancellation of the Batgirl film and other high-profile undertakings. "I'm not going to lie. There was concern, anger, fear at first," he said regarding the studio. "They told me not to worry, the film has their full support." Among the ensemble of Maridueña and Lopez, the actors will be joined by Damian Alcazar as Alberto, Bruna Marquezine as Penny, Adriana Barraza as Nana, Belisa Escobedo as Milagros Reyes, Elpidia Carrillo as Rocio, Raúl Trujillo as Carapax the Indestructible Man and, most notably, Susan Sarandon as the movie's set villain, Victoria Cord. After catching the likes of Salma Hayek appearing in Eternals and Xochitl Gomez in Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, Latin society will see a close look front and center. What made Black Panther great was that story of representation in a superhero movie. Maridueña is optimistic that this film, and his character, will influence Latino superheroes moving forward. There is another factor that will add to the distinctive nature of this film. In a discussion on The Tonight Show, Susan Sarandon, the antagonist in Blue Beetle, informed that a proper amount of the dialogue will be in Spanish. "What's fabulous about it? It's the first Latinx hero that has his own movie. Even better, all of the Mexican, because his family is Mexican and all the actors were Mexican or Mexican-American, and it's in Spanish, so it's subtitled." In a discussion with The Hollywood Reporter, Maridueña stated that Blue Beetle would be effective within the DCU. How large of an effect remains to be seen, with films like Black Adam, Shazam 2, Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom, and The Flash hoped to come before it. In the comics, Blue Beetle has a lengthy history of fighting along with some of DC's most prominent superheroes. While there's no proof that will be the case in this movie, a definite first expedition would suggest more additions are expected to come. If the Blue Beetle is booming with success with audiences, the DCU could run into outer space. At the same time, the forthcoming movie focuses on more leveled opponents, such as Sarandon's Victoria Cord, a big piece of Maridueña's understanding of the character. That may be what the fortune holds. There are many favorable signals that something massive is in store, and the director has pledged something extraordinary. Being the first significant Latino superhero film is a huge deal. The cast on the panel signals a good picture of civilization. Blue Beetle has a fantastic opportunity to have a significant artistic effect when it hits the silver screen next year. Blue Beetle is planned to come to cinemas on August 18, 2023. So that was the news on the upcoming Blue Beetle film, potentially having the Dark Knight, aka Batman, appear in the film. Are you excited to see the movie when it comes out in August 2023? How would you feel about seeing the Dark Knight appearing in the film? Who else would you like to see in the upcoming movie? And while it's a long shot, could you see the relationship between Blue Beetle and Batman rival Spider-Man and Iron Man from the MCU? It's just a thought, as they met several times in the comics, one of which was when Batman was evaluating Jaime's abilities. Please subscribe, like this video, and share your thoughts on seeing Batman appear in the forthcoming Blue Beetle film. Until then, venture onward.